Hi guys, so today we are doing one of those woo-woo topics. Okay, what is happening behind the scenes or behind the veil for you, right? Now, when I say behind the scenes, obviously it will take some time for things to pan out in 3D reality, because this is everything that's happening behind the scenes, which you are, maybe some of you might be sensing it. If you're very intuitive or psychic, you might be sensing it or having dreams about it, but mostly most of you would not know what's going on, right? So this is what I'm looking at today. What is going on behind the veil for you guys, right? There are three piles here. Pile 1 is the Rhodochrosite. It's a pink stone. Pile 2 is the Carnelian, an orange stone. And pile 3 is the Malachite, which is the green stone, right? So please pause your videos and choose your pile. And then let's see what's going on behind the veil for you guys. All right, so let's start with pile 1. So pile 1, we have the pink stone or the Rhodochrosite. What's going on behind the veil for you guys? Pile 1. Threefold protection. Choices, or the 7 of Cups. The Tower. Okay, and delight. Please give me a sec, guys. So what do I see here? Pile number 1, there is a lot of protection around you right now, behind the scenes, behind the veil. All right, I'm seeing, it could be angels, archangels, spirit guides. I mean, I'm literally seeing them like put in a circle of protection around you. Perhaps you might be feeling a little alienated. Maybe you might not have too much contact with people, or you are being made to have lesser contact with others right now at this time. So there might be a feeling of like being in a tower, being in isolation, because at this time you need some sort of major protection. Okay, now what I'm getting is that the reason why you need this protection, whether it's from your external 3D reality or from the spiritual world, because there could be something that could upset the plans that spirit has for you. All right. Yeah, I'm getting that. Like, it's almost like, I mean, if you can see this tower here, it's not exactly a crumbling tower. Okay, it looks like a very strong, it looks like a stronghold kind of, right? So you are being strengthened in some way. You are being made stable. This tower is being made stable so that it can withstand any bolts of lightning. All right, or any upset of plans is what I'm hearing. All right. There's a very intense energy of spirit protecting you behind the scenes, behind the veil. all right? Now, and I don't know why I'm sensing like angels, archangels, spirit guides, fairies, elementals, animal spirits, totems, like the whole thing here. Okay, they are literally safeguarding you, because firstly I feel that you need to be in this isolation, or they're putting you in this isolation so that you do not sort of, you know, like upset what is planned for you in the future. Okay, and secondly, you know, they don't want anything they don't want to shake you up in any way. All right, it's almost like, you know, you are being put in some sort of a cave, like a protection, a cave, you know, like kind of like just no one can reach you right now. Okay, that's what I'm getting. No one. It is possible that during this time you might be having, of course you might be in isolation. That is something I see. But I also feel that you might be having a lot of epiphanies and, you know, downloads and things like that at this time, which could be very, very strong actually. Right? So it's almost like they're putting you in this tower so that you can keep on getting these downloads or information or whatever. Okay? I also do sense that there must be something very important, you know, in terms of their plans, which they don't want to be upset at this time, because we are having delight here, right? If you can see this card, delight. So they don't want you to not get your delight. Okay, they don't want that. So that is the reason that I'm getting a very strong protection energy. And I do sense that there is yes, there is a lot of barricading and stuff here, but you know, the lightning that I see is also quite strong. So, you know, I mean, basically they're just making sure that, you know, this plan that they have for you that leads to your happiness is not disrupted. Okay, because I do feel that there might be disruptions. You might be prone to that. You might be vulnerable to disruptions, to dark energies, to upset plans, and you know, all of that stuff. I'm also feeling that you are being emotionally calmed down, right? Because, you know, you see this, I mean, these are very intense cards. There's so much of, like, this water is like cresting and stuff, and then there is lightning here, you know, so it's almost like, I don't know why I'm getting, for some of you, this could be them preparing you for some major news. All right, now this is good. Okay, for most of you this might be good news. Of course, for some of you it might not be. All right, but for most of you this is good news. Something very shocking, something like the Judgment card is what I'm getting. It's not going to upset your life in any major way, because I do see this tower standing tall, right? It's not going to upset you, but it might kind of destabilize you. Your emotions might go a bit up and down, so they are trying to calm you down as well at this time. All right, because something about this is very strong. Either they are protecting you because, you know, this is coming. All right, this tower moment is coming, and like I said, it's not something very it's not something bad. I don't see this as something bad. All right, it is definitely, however, going to be a bit of a shock for most of you, because I think, you know, you might have been in isolation for a while, and, you know, suddenly something major is happening, and they're trying to, you know, ground you, calm you, protect you before this happens. All right, I do sense this is something very, very happy. Okay, I do sense it's something very happy, but it's going to be a bit unexpected, which is the reason why I think they're just trying to just, you know, like balance you out. All right, now with the Seven of Cups here, I'm sensing with the Seven of Cups here that there is also a feeling of spirit kind of confusing you a little bit. Okay, you know, because this is coming. Okay, and this is something very strong, very, very strong good news is coming your way. all right? But they are trying to confuse you a little bit by giving you too many options. Like there's 7 options here, and it says choices as well, right? Up and down, up and down. These cups are up and down, right? So there is a feeling of them kind of fogging you or confusing you or showing you like a lot many options or visions or dreams or something like that, you know, so that you get a little, so that you can how do I put this, you know, so that you don't know exactly what is coming, because it is something very happy. Okay, I do sense it's something very happy, right? But you know, they want to surprise you. They want to surprise you pleasantly, shock you pleasantly rather. So it's like they're putting some sort of a veil here, some sort of a fog, you know, something like that here. Perhaps even giving you too many options, or you know, turning your mind to too many choices so that you are diverted. So that your mind is diverted, all right? And you don't know, and you don't expect when this happens. All right, I am seeing that. Now with this delight card here, okay, it says the frequency of delight supports our capacity to create and experience feelings of intense joy and happiness. The more delight we feel, the more delight we evoke in others. So, you know, when I put these two things together, when I put these 2 cards together, okay, this is what I'm getting. Intense delight, right? It says intense joy and happiness. Now, this is what is coming to you guys, okay? I sense pile number 1. Intense joy and intense delight in some area of your life is coming to you. This is the color red and orange. So I sense it's going to be a lot. Red is about the root chakra. Red and orange are generally colors of joy, sensuality, attraction, things like that, right? We also see green and purple here, so spirituality and love, right? So perhaps it is something to do with relationships, with connections, romantic or platonic. But whatever it is, you know, it is something that is going to bring you a lot of joy, and it's going to happen very unexpectedly. All right. This is the number 16, this is the number 19. So we just have 6 and 9 here, which I see. This could be polarities coming together. Like, you know, let's say, for example, divine connections, sacred connections, the divine masculine and feminine, 2 polarities coming together. And there is this upheaval, or, you know, there is this shock element, and intense delight or attraction. So, something is coming your way, right? It's going to be very sudden. It's going to be very intensely happy and delightful. And spirit is sort of like, you know, preparing you for this, calming you for this, but they're also kind of, you know, the feeling I'm getting is that they're also kind of not wanting you to know everything at this time, you know, because what's the point, right? I mean, how will you truly experience, you know, a genuine happiness if you already know about it? So they are trying to confuse you. I'm definitely seeing that. They're trying to confuse you so that you don't know exactly what this is, and it's going to come very suddenly and shockingly. Second thing is they are protecting you from any disruptions. All right, that's another thing I'm seeing. All right, I do feel that a lot of you might be getting what is coming in terms of your delight, your joy. I feel you might be getting kind of hints in dreams or visions or thoughts or intuitions, okay? But you know, you might not clearly know what it is, because it is like, you know, they don't want you to know it. All right, so you might be having a hint about it, but you know, the full reveal is going to happen after some time. All right. This is literally like a person barricading of what is going to happen, and it is, whatever is going to happen is going to be very sort of shocking, and in a good way, all right, in a good way. What else am I seeing? I'm also getting that there is a sense here of many choices that they are looking at this time, in terms of you finding your delight. Okay, so perhaps you feel that, I mean, this is definitely going to happen. This delight is definitely going to happen, but they are at this time looking at options as well. Like, if plan A fails, right, then we go for plan B. If B fails, then they go for plan C. So there are a lot of options that are being looked at behind the scenes by spirit, all right. So just in case any of the options doesn't pan out, you still get to go for another option, so that you definitely reach this delight, okay, this joy, this wonderful thing that is coming your way, all right. There are a lot of options that are being looked at this time as well, all right. So to recap, I would say that there is something very beautiful and very shocking that is coming to you guys. It's going to bring you a lot of happiness, a lot of joy, but I do feel that spirit wants to protect this plan that they have for your happiness. So that is why they are not letting you know. They're confusing you a little bit, as well as protecting any disruptions in the plan, all right. There are also a lot of plans that are there, choices that are there, that spirit is looking at, so that this definitely comes to you, so that this is not disrupted, okay. For others of you, I'm also getting that, for others of you, I'm getting that something, maybe a connection or some situation in your life is being phased out, all right. Like, if it was not suiting you, if it was not serving you, if it was making you unhappy, those people or those that situation is being phased out of your life, so that you can go for options which delight you and support you and are more in tune with your vibration, right. So some of you might in the future go through, like, if it's a romantic connection, you might go through breakups, all right, phasing out of connections that were tough, right. You are being protected. You will not be shaken when that happens, and you will then go on to choices which are going to be much more happy for you, all right. If it's platonic, the same thing applies. You could be having instances where people are just dropping out of your life, friends or colleagues or even family members, and you might be feeling that, like, why is this constantly happening? Why am I alone? When everybody has, people around them, friends around them, but, you are being protected during this time and phased out of things that are not, things that are not going to be suiting you, because your vibration is changing now, right? Your vibration is changing now, and now you will be attracting connections, romantic or platonic, which give you a lot of delight, all right, a lot of joy. This is a number 5 card. So changes are on the horizon, and they are divine, because this is a number 7 card and we have 2 7. So whatever is happening here is being engineered by spirit for your highest good, for your highest happiness, all right. This is a number 10, okay, which is completion. So yes, this is like a journey of change that you are on, right? But the end of it could be in 10 months, could be in 19 months or weeks, apply it as it fits. You are going to be in a very happy space. So it's almost like I'm seeing that things are being shaken up for you in your life. Pile number 1, behind the scenes. You are having a lot of shakeups, and all the puzzle pieces are like, here and there, but here the puzzle pieces are together, right? So this is exactly what I'm seeing. And this whole process might be intense, but you are protected, you are calmed down by spirit, and you will emerge very happy, at the end of this process. Okay, so this is what I am getting in terms of your what is happening behind the scenes for you guys. Pile number 1. Okay, now let's go to pile number 2. So pile number 2 with the Carnelian. What's happening behind the scenes for you, pile number 2? Let's see. Willing entanglement. Love, Ace of Cups. Oh wow. Union, 2 of Cups. And alchemy. Wow, that's interesting. Very interesting. So I think this is my love pile. And it is also the number 2. It has the Carnelian, so there's a lot of chemistry, attraction, alchemy going on. So yeah, this is definitely my love pile. Okay, so what's going on for you guys behind the scenes, behind the veil? You are being connected. You are being connected to the love of your life. All right, like simply put, that's what I'm seeing, because we have Ace of Cups, 2 of Cups, alchemy, and willing entanglement, right? I also sense with this willing entanglement card that your higher self or your spirit has accepted. Okay, on a subconscious level, you have accepted this connection. Right now, for a lot of you, I am sensing this is like a soulmate connection or a twin flame connection, because we see mirror images here. All right, and we also see union here, 2 of Cups, which is like 2 people on the same page, and then alchemy as well. I want to read this out. And it's also the number 8, which is the number of eternity. It's like 2 circles together, right? So once again, it's all about a divine counterpart or soulmate or twin flame, right? It says the frequency of alchemy activates our magical ability and remembrance of the magic that we all hold inside. Each one of us has the potential to access the ancient knowledge that allowed the true alchemist to perform the miracles of transmutation, right? So what's happening behind the scenes for you guys is that you have accepted, consciously or subconsciously, a divine connection. Okay, you might know this consciously if you are intuitive. I do feel you are intuitive because we have such a big moon here, right? But you have consciously or subconsciously accepted a connection, most probably a romantic one. Okay, and this is indeed your soulmate, your future your future spouse, or whatever you want to call it. Okay, and because of the reason that you have accepted them, and of course I do feel that they have accepted you as well in the inner planes, right, in the higher realms, in the spirit world, whatever, both your higher selves have accepted this connection with each other in 3D reality as well. Okay, so I am not sure if you guys consciously know this, but this is what is happening behind the scenes. Both of you were offered this divine love, and both of you have accepted it. All right, so if you have any questions about whether, if you're not in contact with the other person, then this is like your confirmation that yes, that person also has indeed agreed to accept this connection with you, because they are your soulmate, your twin flame, or whatever. Okay, and this has happened in the subtle realms. This has happened behind the veil. At this time, I am also getting that both of you are mirroring each other. So it's possible that you might be feeling certain feelings, emotions, you might be which are very alien to you. This is because there is alchemy happening. Your energies are kind of getting entangled, mixed up. This is like, for a lot of you with this, I'm seeing orange here, I'm seeing orange here. I do feel that quite a few of you might be feeling a lot of like sensual energies, all right? And this is because your sacral has been activated. Both your sacral chakras have been activated, and you are constantly exchanging energies via your sacral chakra, heart and sacral. This is very typical of like a twin flame sort of union. So there is something like, for some of you, if you resonate with that label, there is a twin flame union happening behind the scenes. And generally, when some things happen behind the scenes, they come together, they come into 3D reality after some time. So this is what is happening. I mean, you can see the progressions as well. You see 1, 2, 3, and then we go to 8. So yes, this is something that is that both of you have kind of agreed to at this time. All right. This is what is happening in the subtle realms and behind the scenes. Now with this alchemy card, I'm also getting that this union is going to create some sort of miracles in your life. All right, like I'm getting a lot of messages here, so please bear with me. I might be a little here and there. Okay, now when you partake of this alchemy energy, and generally alchemy energy is kind of the creative energy, the sexual energy. Okay, when both of you are consciously or subconsciously exchanging that energy with each other, and that is causing some sort of a third energy to be generated, which is very alchemical in nature. Okay, it is the energy of miracles, it's the God energy, or whatever you want to call it, right? When we see this card here, we see this part, and then a third part being formed, right? So this energy is what the union between you and this person is causing this third energy to be generated. All right, and this third energy is something very powerful. All right, it is an energy which makes magic happen. All right, it's almost like the magician card is what I'm getting. This energy that you guys are generating behind the scenes is making miracles happen in your 3D reality. All right, and these miracles could be in form of maybe miracles in love, all right, or it could be in general in life, so, some sort of miracles, but mostly I'm feeling it is like miracles in love. All right, now the other thing I'm seeing is this third energy, this union that has happened behind the scenes between you and this other person. All right, this is making your union come about in the 3D as well, right? Because 2 of Cups is the card of union, right? Coming together. So what's happening is that you were offered a divine love, right? You accepted it. It was a willing entanglement. You and them, both of them accepted it. You came together and created this third energy, the alchemy. And now that energy is bringing about miracles in your life. And the main miracle here I see is that of union. All right, because it says here, the frequency of alchemy activates our magical ability and remembrance of the magic, right, that we hold inside. And then it says that each one of us has the potential to access the ancient knowledge that allowed the true alchemist to perform the miracles of transmutation. So this is what is happening here, right? I feel the main card is this alchemy. Okay, because two of you have come together. If you see the number 8, it's the sign of eternity. It looks like that. And because these two forces have come together, you know, the middle of the sign of the eternity, the middle where the circles join, is where the third force emerges from, right? And this is what is happening. It is you are manifesting your 3D union, pile number 2. Okay, this is what I am seeing very majorly here. All right. At this time, I feel that you might feel a bit trapped. I don't know why I'm getting that message. You might be feeling a little trapped right now, because I guess that, you know, you don't, because all of this has happened behind the scenes, right? So you're probably feeling all these things, your you know, feelings in your heart, in your sacral chakra, you know, feelings of love, of sensuality and connection basically, but you don't perhaps see this you know, in your reality. So, you know, for some of you, I feel you feel a little trapped, that, you know, like, what the hell is happening? Okay, like, I am in a connection, but I don't see anything. Okay, but don't worry, guys, because these kind of things happen, right? If you are psychic intuitive, you might be feeling things much before they happen, right? Here also I'm seeing the same thing. This looks more like a as above so below sort of a card, you know. This is 3D reality, it looks more solid, and this is the spirit world, right? So this is forming right now, okay, because it has happened on a subtle level. It's forming, and it will soon come into fruition, is what I'm hearing, if you see this, right? Here are 2 cups, and here are 2 cups as well. Okay, so it is that you are manifesting through the alchemical exchange of your energies with your partner, a union in 3D reality. Okay, now you may know this person or you may not know this person, that is irrespective, because this is something that is happening on a subtle level, on in the spirit world. All right, so yes, if you do feel a little trapped, fear not. There's a lot happening behind the scenes, and it is for the greatest good. And it is definitely love that I'm seeing that's coming your way, and it's a very beautiful love. It will be very, very, I mean, you are going to be very, very super attracted to this person as well, because I'm seeing like a lot of orange here. Okay, the primary energy that I'm seeing is that of sexual attraction. All right, magnetism, because you are creating alchemy here. When 2 polarities come together, the masculine, the feminine, positive force, negative force, when 2 polarities come together, they generate something, right? They generate a third force. It's something like, you know, there is a plug and there is a socket, right? When the plug is not in the socket, you know, it does not, you cannot avail of the electricity, right? Because separately they will not do anything, right? But when you plug this, you know, the plug in the socket, that's when you can access the electricity. So this is why I'm giving you this example, is because this is exactly what I'm seeing. Like, without each other, I don't think you can do too much. All right, and this might be something related to a life purpose later on, I'm not sure. Okay, because I'm not seeing too much here about that, but this is the reason why you guys have been brought together, is so that you can generate something miraculous, something magical in your life, and perhaps in the lives of others later on. All right, I do feel one of you, perhaps the feminine, knows a little bit more about whatever is to come, because I see the roses here, so she can see the abundance or feel the abundance more. Okay, so please apply that as it fits. Okay, your intuitions will be high at this time, or you're actually asked to go by your intuitions a lot at this time. Okay, because you can't really do much in the physical world. It's all happening behind the scenes, right? So you are supposed to go by your intuition right now because it's giving you the right signals. All right, but basically a divine love is coming your way. It has already been fixed. It's been fixed by the higher forces and you can't escape it, and it will come to you, guys. What a sweet reading. Gosh, I love that. Okay. Now let's go to pile number 3. So pile number 3 with the Malachite, greenstone. So what's happening behind the scenes for you guys? Pile 3. The golden moment. High priestess. Temperance. Earth. The frequency of earth activates our deep connection to this physical plane by showing us the beauty of all the aspects of our great mother and revealing the more ethereal, spiritual aspects of our nature. Okay, pile number 3. What am I seeing for you guys that's happening behind the scenes? Okay, I'm just taking some time because I'm getting too many messages here. Okay, so pile 3, I feel that you guys are very intuitive at this time. Either you're in general quite intuitive and psychic people because you're the high priestess, right? You are the king or queen of the subtle realms of the spirit world, of psychic intuitive knowledge and all of that. Okay, I'm sensing that you are being grounded now. Okay, because I'm seeing temperance and then the earth frequency here, right? So high priestess is super spiritual and psychic, right? She's like almost the guardian of behind the veil, right? The guardian of the gate of the veil or something like that, right? She gets everything. What's happening is you are being balanced out and grounded at this time, and this is happening behind the veil. Okay, so you might feel more like you might feel that shift or difference because you are intuitive. I feel you feel it already. Okay, you might feel like grounding yourself as well. You might be feeling the way you're going to feel this or sense this is you might feel like going out for walks or be in nature or walk barefoot on the ground or do really earthy things, like indulge in good food, music, clothes and all the earthy delights, right? You are being made to do that now because you are being balanced out. I do sense that in the past or recently you have been very intuitive. Okay, your powers have hit the roof. Okay, and now they are trying to balance you out within yourself, right? They're trying to ground you. Okay, because I am feeling that there is something coming here. Okay, with the golden moment here, like I'm seeing like a lantern here. I'm seeing flowers. There's the color pink. There's beautiful flowers here. There is something very beautiful coming your way, pile number 3. All right, they are kind of grounding you for that, right? Preparing you for that, and this is something that is going to be very grounded itself, right? I mean, it is going to be something that's happening in this world. It's not behind the veil. It's happening here in 3D reality, right? You are being prepared to accept or to experience this golden moment that is coming into your life in its full, with full satisfaction. All right, they don't want you to be, because if you are very intuitive and if you're like half the time in 5D or something like that, you will not be able to experience the true pleasure, okay, of things in 3D, right? Now, no matter what that is, this moment could be in any area of your life. It could be a dream job, it could be a dream relationship, meeting your future person, or it could be a dream home. I mean, just apply that as it fits, but it's not something that's going to unfold slowly. I do feel it's like sudden, all right, because it's also the card number 5 here. 5 is the number of change, right? So I do feel that it's going to be fairly sudden, right? And you will be launched off into this abundance, this golden moment. And when I actually look at this card, golden moment, it's kind of giving me a feeling that this is something that is that's going to be very memorable for you, for a long time once it happens. Like for example, one remembers, like the first, the day you got admitted into a really, really good university that you've been applying for. You remember the day that the result came, or the day you first met your future spouse or the love of your life, something like that. Okay, I feel that this will be a very hallmark moment in your life. Okay, something that you will remember, cherish for a very long time, right? So this is a very significant moment, a very significant happening that is coming your way in the future, and spirit is preparing you for this moment at this time. All right, mainly I'm getting that this is what is happening. Okay, you are being grounded mainly to experience something very beautiful coming your way, right? We have 2 number 5 cards also. So this is a big switch that is happening, because perhaps you guys are, more used to being psychic, intuitive, not really interested in the, early realities and stuff like that. But they are indeed trying to, balance you out now. Okay. Now, the other thing that I'm getting here, the other thing I'm getting here for some of you, the other scenario that I'm getting is that you guys have been, your psychic intuitive powers, your spirituality, your awakening, is being intensified or has already been intensified, so that you can anchor in divine love on this planet. All right, it's like this lady is balancing 2 worlds. We have the high priestess, which is behind the veil, and the earth, which is actual reality. She is between both these worlds. So you guys are balancing 2 worlds at this time. All right, and you're doing a pretty darn good job of it, because I'm seeing the golden moment card here with so much of abundance. All right, it's like maybe this sort of thing that you're doing, anchoring spirit world into earth, anchoring divine love into earth, balancing out the spirit and the earth, practicality as well as spirituality. That is sort of bringing in something very good for you in the future. Okay, this could be a lot of prosperity, wealth, acclaim, recognition, public eye, anything. Okay, it's just going to make you feel very fulfilled and very satisfied. all right, because I'm seeing both these cards are kind of similar. If you notice, you know, like we have the blues, the pinks, the goldens, the flowers, they're pretty similar, right? So keep doing what you're doing, guys. You are pulling in divine energy onto this planet, and that in you know, that act, or whatever this thing it is that you're doing, is going to give you a lot of rewards in the future, all right? I mean, I'm seeing with purple it's spirituality, with pink it's love, with yellow it's joy, with green it's prosperity. I mean, you have so many things that that you are going to get on this path. Okay, so keep doing what you're doing. Okay, ground spirituality. You are doing that behind the scenes. Also, your spirit is actually doing that, right? She is balancing energies because maybe at one point you might be feeling, sometimes you are very super psychic, sometimes you feel absolutely down on the ground. So it's like, you know, they're regulating your energetic flow so that you can come into harmony on earth, okay, on in your life, in your 3D reality, all right? So there is this balancing that is happening. Okay, here also it says the frequency of earth activates a deep connection to this physical plane by showing us the beauty of all the aspects of our great mother and revealing the more ethereal spiritual aspects of our nature. So this is like a combination energy, right? It's like making you experience something beautiful on earth, but it is also you know, on a spiritual perspective, all right? So you are mixing spirit and earth. There's just something major here about you guys. What's happening behind the scenes is you are aligning yourself to spirit, and you are pulling in that amalgamation, that mix onto 3D reality. And this is what is like I'm hearing the recipe for success. Okay, so guys, you need to keep doing what you're doing because it's going to lead to something very, very beautiful. You know, your life is going to be very beautiful, very abundant if you go by these two, balancing these two polarities, all right? Because as above, so below. You know, you cannot ignore the spirit world totally, you cannot ignore the earth world totally. You have to have a mix, right? I'm also getting another very faint message here about something like a golden moment. There's some moment approaching you guys. I'm not sure. Don't be scared, okay? It is something very significant, okay? It could be during a portal opening, and I don't know the nature of it, but it is something very good, okay? Maybe you are going to get an epiphany, a download. Some beautiful moment is approaching in your life, okay? It is going to cause some sort of change within you. Maybe some of you are experiencing this or feeling this intuitively, but it's something good, all right? It's something good, and you are being prepared for it, all right? So yeah guys, I think this is pretty much what I'm getting for what's going on behind the scenes for you guys, pile 3. Okay, very intriguing, I must say. Okay, I hope you find this useful. Do let me know. Bye bye.